Now, the second highest ranking official at the Justice Department just met with Ghislaine Maxwell, the woman convicted of helping Jeffrey Epstein recruit and abuse girls.
Now, President Trump tried to avoid questions about Epstein as he left for a trip to Scotland. CBS's Erica Brown joins us live now in Washington with the latest. Erica, good evening.
Good evening, Courtney and Lisa. Well, President Trump touched down in Scotland just a short time ago, where he will discuss trade with European leaders as his tariff deadline is now just 1 week away. But as you noted there, the president continues to face questions about Jeffrey Epstein, and as his Justice Department interviews Epstein's co-conspirator for a second day.
President Trump faced more questions about Jeffrey Epstein Friday as he departed for a trip to Scotland.
People should really focus on how well the country's doing, or they should focus on the fact that Barack Hussein Obama led a coup.
In Florida, the president's former personal attorney and now Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche wrapped the second day of questioning with Epstein's co-conspirator and convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell.
They asked about every possible thing you could imagine.
Maxwell's attorney said she answered every question without the promise of anything in return.
Of course, everybody knows Miss Maxwell would welcome any relief. She's been in very difficult conditions for 5 years.
President Trump says he has not considered a pardon for Maxwell.
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
The president says he plans to talk trade with foreign leaders during his overseas trip as his tariff deadline quickly approaches.
The president will be meeting with the British Prime Minister to further discuss a new trade agreement with the UK, as well as the head of the European Union.
We have a 50-50 chance, maybe less than that, but a 50-50 chance of making a deal with the EU.
Trump says the EU will need to lower their tariffs on American goods to strike a deal.
Now, in terms of a trade deal with the UK, the president says that he's going to use this visit to fine-tune that agreement and discuss certain aspects of that deal that he says will be good for both countries. Lisa, Courtney.
All right, Erica Brown live on Capitol Hill tonight. Thanks, Erica.